My name is Sherry Sorensen, and along with my husband Ross, we have the Iowa Flower Farm located in Maxwell, Iowa. When we started the farm 3 years ago, we actually had the idea to hold weddings and events on the property because it was so beautiful. But to do that, we found, since we are zoned agricultural, we had to do something agricultural to be able to hold events and weddings. Well, we kicked around a few ideas like a vineyard. Then we settled on a flower farm, and my husband's first response was, "I will never be a flower guy." Well, that changed, and we now have about 15,000 annuals, over 600 roses, and a very extensive perennial garden.
Today, or in the past, before COVID, most all the flowers that you see in stores, 85% of them came from like Ecuador, South America. And when COVID happened, there was a bunch of transportation problems as well as, just getting it through customs. With that said, it was loss of flower in the market. And so the opportunity now is for local farms like ours to be able to furnish flowers to floral shops and other locations that require flowers as well. Additionally to that, because we also make additional products from our flowers, you look at the market trends today versus what they're going to be. Today, you're looking at something in the range of $180 billion, and in 10 years it'll be over $360 billion. So the opportunity is now, right? It's not waiting for another 5 years. The opportunity is right now, and that's where the trends are today for that.
A lot of people are also looking for the farm-to-table experience. They really like fresh flowers, and they like to get them locally. Well, in diversifying the farm, we've been able to bring the flowers directly to the people, and they come to us. I've really liked the people coming to the farm to pick their own flowers so they could get that experience. We also have the facial creams that we have come up with from the farm, and that's a whole new outlet and a whole new base of people within the farm itself still.
Obviously, Sherry said too, is that the cut flower. So a lot of farms that we've talked with and worked with don't do U-picks. So they don't have the people come to the farm and actually only sell to floral areas. But for us, it was important for us to be able to be connected to the community as well. And so that's a big part of it. We make our own oils and hip oils and hydrosols, and then we work with another company that actually does all the mixing and manufacturing for us. But the reason for that is that we're also in a time zone for how long can you grow. So our growing seasons from May through end of September, October, right? Where the facial creams then continue on throughout the entire year. So it gives us a 12-month revenue stream versus having only backwards from schools, right? We're in the summer, and then in the winter we would sit dormant.
Conservation practices, the soil needs to be fed. So I started a leaf mold collection area, and I go all around. I ask anybody who doesn't put any chemicals on their yard, I will take your leaves, please. You have a place to take them for free. I don't charge. So I have in the very back of the property a area where I have all these leaves, and they get compacted, and after about a year and a half, you have some absolutely wonderful leaf mold that does nothing but feed the soil.
Anytime that we do spraying, it's avoiding butterflies, bee primary times when they're active. In fact, if I'm spraying and I see a number of bees around one of our plants or a number of our plants, I bypass that until later when they're not there any longer.
On risk management, there's a really good class on the Extension Outreach Program on risk management, and I took that. And that helped a lot. It made me actually see things that I did not see before. And it made me more aware of little tiny crevices in the yard. And thank goodness any fences are far enough away. But it did help.
There's a law that was just passed here recently too, in removing a lot of the risk for someone if someone comes to a farm, it removes the risk to the farmer. because it's known that it's a farm, so it
Yes.
has ruts, it has
Yeah.
issues. With that said, we still try to avoid any kind of damage or issues with anyone, like you saw back here with our cut flowers. Everything's all laid out. We don't want anybody to trip. We
Yeah.
want them to see where they're going. No rocks, no
Some of
none
the
of that stuff.
rows are, a little bit crooked in some
Yeah.
areas, but
Still a
I try
farm.
to let people know about that beforehand. We are wanting to really be involved with the community. We've only been here for 3 years, so a lot of people really have no idea we're here yet. So we are doing the U-Picks. I'm going to have make it, take it classes on the patios. We just had a really fun bridal party come out for just the bride and her girls picking flowers all together out in the fields, and then they came in and we had a little just private class with them on putting it together and sitting down and enjoying a glass of wine. That was really fun. The markets, we go to some of the farmers markets, and we like to keep that local. I don't like to travel too far out of town. I just joined the local Chamber of Commerce so I can start meeting other people, seeing maybe what their needs are for flowers. A lot of times people have banquets or things like that, and they may need fresh flowers, and they want to do that locally.